I want to talk about some stuff. I'm going to make it short. So, my type is SETE, play, consume, blast, sleep, last, visual, FM. Number one, I got typed just about 2 years ago. So, some things that I've been thinking about. Number one, of course, I'm glad that I got typed. And I feel like the reason for that is you can't change what you don't have a name for. Like, you can't change what you can't identify. So my type, my weakness is my NI, right? So being able to put a name to that function and those behaviors has allowed me to start to change them. And I feel like you can't do that until you identify what those are. Yeah, you just need to identify your weaknesses before you can change them, you know? And an example of that for me is just like when other people are talking to me, maybe if I can tell that they're a lead NI or some sort of end function, I feel like I'm a little bit better at trying to keep up with them. I'm being like, okay, I don't really know specifically the sensor thing you're talking about, but I'm going to make the NI leap that you're talking about this here. And there's other examples, like a big one I've been into lately is like, I just need to narrow it down. I need to narrow it down. And it helps. It does help. Number two, um, I kind of stopped doing so much typing, and I actually feel like it's been good for me because I think that I think Shannon Dave has said this, like typing is about identifying someone's weaknesses. So when that's all you do, it can start to become kind of negative because you're just thinking about the weaknesses in other people as opposed to their strengths. So it's not very positive, I feel like. When in reality, people's strengths are a great thing, and that's, their strength, obviously. But yeah, I feel like typing for me, like you you do what you practice all day. So if you're spending hours typing, when you have conversations with people, it's going to be hard to turn that off. And you're going to be looking for what are their weaknesses. And yeah, I just feel like it's not always the most positive energy to bring to relationships and conversations. So I actually feel like a good balance of just having fun, but then keeping objective personality in the back of my mind has been a good balance because I can take the useful things with me in my daily life, but I'm not completely in the mindset of like, sniffing everybody out and like, oh, what is this person? What is this person's, biggest fear in their entire life? Like, if I happen to find that out, great, that's just more information. SC, more information. But I don't feel like I need to know someone's like, you know, deepest, darkest secrets or fears or weaknesses. I can just, enjoy. And number three, I feel like also since I've stepped away from like Myers Briggs and objective personality a little bit, I've also been getting into Byron Katie more, which is something OPS introduced me to. Highly, highly recommend. She's fantastic. The work is fantastic. But like one thing I've been thinking about is I've kind of been thinking about the strengths of SE, and I think I want to talk about this more another time, but it really is like all the functions are needed. So there is no one type that's better than the other one. And I think when you're coming from some of these other systems, maybe like Myers Briggs, oh, INTJ or whatever is like the best. In reality, all these functions exist because we as a society need all of them. We need someone who's lead TE. We need someone who's lead SE. We need someone who's lead FI. And all of these functions serve a purpose in our society, in our world. So I don't think one is better than the other. They just all have their strengths. They all have their strengths. Let's keep it positive. They all have their strengths. Of course, everyone has their weaknesses, but they also have amazing strengths. Everyone can contribute to the world. Everyone has amazing capabilities. And I think that part of the beauty of objective personality is you can identify those strengths. And this is something they talk about more in like the actual Myers-Briggs Gifts Differing book. But like if you kind of match people's strengths with their job, then you can just increase their, maximum potential. So yeah, those are some things I've been thinking about. Objective personality, love it. I do want to do more typing, but just to get better at it, sharpen my skills with that, learn more about the functions. But it's been a great journey so far.